My hope is that we focus in heavily on like the good comms, the bad boys teams, and seeing if there is anything. Also, if I'm an IGL for any of these teams, I am keeping my eyes glued to that kill feed, because if I see someone else close to me in the standings, you better believe we got to pick it up.
Well, here we go. My goodness, John Kishy over the Locomotives. The Locomotives are just down to 1. Oh my goodness me! Within 40 seconds, the Locomotives, our 4th place team in the series, are gone. Wiped out of existence by John Kishy.
Enemy UAV online.
You can't see my face right now,
My man
but
is
like
speechless.
your chances of being top 3 just gone like that. No, don't look at it now. Come on, put the camera up. You already saw. You missed the reaction. Okay.
No. Play it up.
Oh yeah, come back to me. I was like this. Ready? Come back to me. Production, do the thing.
Chris. There we go.
It was like that. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, again, that's so frustrating too. You're talking what is essentially 2 hours of competition. Gone. Chances over. I mean, it emphasizes a glider spike, right? Like, that is, you just got glider spiked on land.
Yo, and check out good comms as well here. I think they're only down to 2. I mean, again, they've done the smart thing, and not only have they split up, but Teldo has backed up into Kobayashi's, and the NPCs showed a little bit of interest, but 4GG knows that they can't go straight. These NPCs have a bite to them, so good comms gets away with it.
Man, that is a wild start, but we talked about the chaos in this game potentially happening, and I did not expect to see that. So for Locomotives, that is a tough one to carry to the bank, or unfortunately not to the bank, because they didn't get any prize money. So we're gonna jump back in here. Pumpers in an early aggressive fight here with 4 gaming gamers. Let's see if this one plays out. Chips trying to put down some chip damage here on Snow on the back end. Needs to change the aggression back into Kanemo, but again, the fact that this is a split focus Relic, they're able to find every single player on the team except for one. It's a good start, and they're happy to take that KP.
Who dropped? Who dropped? There was another team that dropped there. We're down to 8. Who dropped that? Wait, I'm sorry. Am I going black? Was that 4GG that just went down?
I thought they had a couple wisps roaming around. I thought one player got away, so maybe it was a wipe. Oh, Loco dropped. We knew that. What was the other one? Yeah, there's only 8 teams left. Who's the other team that got eliminated?
I didn't spot. They were Team Red, weren't they? So I think there might have been just some dot going on. Damage over time, for those who aren't aware of the acronym. I think that might have been 4GG dropping. In which case, good on the Pumpers. They're, obviously they're getting the KP necessary, but it also kind of goes against what is needed, which is players continually reviving, right? We need to have those resets of the bottles on the wall, so to speak, so that you can go and shoot them down again for target practice. Speaking of target practice, well, bad boys are in the sights, in the reticles of the Pumpers. Big slow, but the ghost bites back. Sinoid to a wisp, and check out Yonkishi. Gugu Saya tries to fly his way across the gap and does so extremely well. Keeps on taking damage. How much health do you want? The answer is none. Sniper.
Confirmation from production. It is 4GG that drops second. So able to get through Pumpers and Yonkishi. Dangerous fight here, actually, for Pumpers. They need to be careful as this aggression coming in. Trying to go with that hook. It's a good Celeste Q to back them out with the wall. Able to snipe one, able to get a second. They trade well. Chipsa just needs to land that shot. One more will do it, but no, the heals are there. Great sustain and able to disengage.
My goodness. Yonkishi, where did this come from? Where did this come from? To be fair, Pumpers still on the chase. They got level 5s, and they're going to try and hammer home the point. Don't you dare come poke us in our own territory. The Blixter's gone real deep there with that Celeste, and they're spiked! Oh, dearie me! They paid for it, and into the backline, the Jewel finds another! It's Hot Biscuit down, Chipsa and Sinoid again go their separate ways, but it's a split push from Yonkishi too. Can they finish the job? Can the Pumpers fall as quickly as we've seen them? Darkin with the follow-up, and still Sinoid able to get away. Or are they? Never mind me! Gotcha! Kaigi.
Oh god, the 4 high emote spam is so BM. I love it. Oh man. Just, you think you're about to get away and then the grab comes out of nowhere and it's just hi. This game is amazing.
Say that again, and you still wouldn't have said it enough, my friend. Bomba Squad. Hey, remember Bomba Squad? Remember when we were interested in if they were going to be like bottom 2? Guess what? They're not bottom 2. Not only that, but they've taken down a mob boss. They got themselves a kaiju item, and they're on level 6. Just so that the lobby knows. Admittedly, they are some minutes ahead of us. But I'm telling you, post-mortem, folks, this is why... part of why. Let's give them credit. They are a phenomenal team on the micro and the macro set of things. But just in general, letting them off the hook, not seeking them out, is why they've been able to build up their momentum time and time again. And the bad boys, they're going to try and equal it here. They found a boss themselves, going to pick up the kaiju item attached to this particular big fella swinging his axe around. So the bad boys, one of those chasing packs, remember, looking to try and at least keep pace with Bomba Squad.
Yeah, big play there. That should allow them to get to level 5, a little bit of kaiju power, and able to get back into the action. Again, Bad Boys in that 3rd place spot. And again, now that the 4th place team has been eliminated, Pumpers is behind by roughly 22 points. So a bit of a buffer, obviously needing 7 kills and a 1st place finish to even balance it out. So again, a lofty lead from them. They should be pretty comfortable with it. So as long as they can kind of get that placement and keep things going, I like the approach. Again, nothing too overly aggressive, but still if the opportunities are there, why not? But again, my vote right now is on Yankishi. They're playing aggressive with nothing to lose, and it's looking pretty.
Loads of scan grenades, so they're going to be well aware that Yankishi are there. Although that's not going to put the bad boys off for the moment, at least. Those 2 crystals awkwardly placed because they know that Yankishi are going to be here. They're going to be taking this base as well, so they've got something to back up onto if they want. But it actually looks like they're going to rotate a little more south, looking to hit those level 6 soft caps. We're a few seconds away from the end of day 2, but watch out, we've got a 5 soul just northwest of this position. The bad boys stealthed. Do they know? Do they know? Well, they're going to know now. The engage comes through.
First initial damage coming out from Aluna. Bopped into the wall. Somehow able to live on the back end. But of course, Bomba, again, the dinner bell is here. And the counter engage is coming in. A 3rd party. Can they find a way to get Yankishi on the top of the field? You better believe Mythy's going to land that one. Can they do it again? As the anti-heal Q comes down from the Myth. Gotta be careful, though. Those crystals do actually stack up quite a bit of damage when you're not careful. But playing some island hopping, trying to get away. They should be able to do just that. And Bomba, although they only pick up 1, have a new territory to claim to there.
You know, at this point, let's see you go for that 3rd win. Let's see you win half the games, Bomba, because it certainly feels like we're heading in that direction. Pumpers with control over Cold Fang Keep, but it is one of my favorite locations to rotate through anyway. End Shrine, which is where it appears our initial ring is going to land upon. That is in the control of this squad, Bomba Squad, who have been left to their own devices. Vive Soul in hand, they rotate south.
Yeah, and that Soul's going to push some people in, so again, it doesn't seem like much initially, but the ability to push out that team that's north of them, I think that's Yankishi. It's going to have to force them to play a little bit more northwest, which will push into another team. So again, I'm curious on the after effect. There is 4 teams stacked to the west side of this map. Has good comms, slowly trickling their way in, just trying to get any vision they can whatsoever. They don't realize that they've got a team to the west. It is FOMO, just ironically doing the opposite of what their name suggests.
I mean, they are Hyde. Hyde is also a part of their name, and that's a miss from Tom Kick, but they go immediately in with a big dive, and they're going to have to come through the arrows, and I think the good comps are going to get sandwiched big time. Hyde on FOMO, Hyde no more. It's a big stun, but into the Celeste ult, it's shrugged off. Pumpers to try and close down on the Oath here. They fall as well. Now Hyde on FOMO looking to try and pick up some more KP on Pumpers. This ultimately suiting Pumpers in that fight to try and close in and you know, confirm themselves a podium spot. But good comms crucially in all of that, who are in that podium spot entering game number 6. They do get away.
Yeah, well placed by Hot Biscuit as well on that vision. Seeing if they can find somebody out. That's a great slow. They should be able to actually put that one down, and they do. Again, crucial land on all it takes is one, the rest collapse. And now the team on their back foot. So going to have to rotate away. But unfortunately, that rotation, you got BOMBA in the middle of 4. You see them here. Oath coming in. You know exactly what Isa is going to be able to do. As it's Pumpers and BOMBA again.
Check out Toomey here, by the way, just hiding in the bush front row seats to this particular action, and he is gone. He's
like,
gone.
yeah, I don't want this
He don't want any piece of this right now. Bomber squad, level 7s. To be fair, Pumpers can match up against them pretty well at this particular stage. Go for the ice wall, and brilliant work to force Niza to just rotate back in. That gives a free rotate to Pumpers to move north. Toomey probably should have continued on your run south, mate. I think this is going to be the end for him, and into the detonation land that is the desert here. Somehow gets away. Lovely use of the tech on that on the Toomey. What is it? The E again, I think it is. Able to use the directional buttons to just like swing yourself around. So lovely use of that particular move kit. Meanwhile, so speaking of other brawls, Giant Chiprol fighting away at some mobs. There are no revive towers in sight. Only teams.
Not what you want to do, so you might as well try to loot up and gear up just a tiny bit. So problematic here, especially with BOMBA having mid control. They're happy to be there. Even see on the other side here, Vinicio staying patient, seeing if they can find a poke of any sort. Triple B on the top as well. So everybody, again, being respectful of the spacing. But overall, 8 teams left. Ever since we saw those 2 early leaves, it has been people resilient, trying to find a way to get that placement point. You know this is going to unfold here in probably the next couple minutes as Night 3 about to come to an end.
Oh, Giant Chiprol is caught out. Vivat Venazio with damage. Soul, away goes the brawl. And they're spiked. Good comms. 2nd place. Gone. Team number 3.
It's happening again. Oh, God. What? What happened? Boy, didn't even...
They ran out of glider.
Oh, no, it's a grab.
What a hook. No way. Goes for the Firefox. That's 1 down. But now it's 2v3. And again, they try and split. Oh, what the jellyfish. Somehow survives. And Sicky using that grind rail. Tony hawking it away. Vivat Venat, my goodness, bad boys. Well, there was only a 1-point difference between them and Good Comms going into this game, Lawler. I think that Good Comms have just lost 2nd place.
The curiosity though for bad boys is I don't know what their KP is, but the placement wise they've tied it up essentially. So again, it is going to be really crucial for them. They want to stay as passive as possible, but their biggest competition in Good Comms and Locomotive's gone early on in those 0 placement spots. So again, they've neutralized any gain that those teams have had. Everything here is just a buffer, but they need to be careful of some of these other teams that are in the wing waiting. But it is a massive spread. The next one is Vivat. That's it. Like, that's crazy security.
Man, take a breather, folks. Not to get topical, apologies if you haven't seen the movie, so I will keep the character's name out of my mouth, but woo boy. We're about to make a name for ourselves here, is what some of these teams are going to be saying. Especially the likes of Yon Kishi and Kappas, who have looked pretty strong at various points. Hide on FOMO as well with some decent trap tech, but now they're moving into the trap set by the Kappas. There's a lovely Zeph ult into the dual ult, moving on to Sheepa, stunned, surely going to go down. Somehow the Zeph hasn't. Oh, they reached the other side, surrounded, and again, the Zig, the Zag, the Bazam, Sheepa survives.
How?
I don't know.
Like, I'm going to say this is going to be the meanest thing I say all day. That's why Cappers is in 10th place. You have to get that kill. You have to get that kill.
Hold from Yon Kishi. Hide on FOMO. Here is Sheepa out of the frying pan and into the flames. They go down as our number 4 team. And the Bad Boys, oh, that was a real juicy hook. But unable to grab anybody from Bad Boys, who now run into the campers. Let's see if they can take some Lawler coaching into effect. Looking to dash through everybody, but they're stunned and they're spiked. We got ourselves a bomb, forces Bad Boys off of that platform, but they're looking fine and happy. Cappers, with only 3 players left, decide to retreat.
Again, playing for placement, again, for them is not going to be the answer, but I understand experience is valuable. So again, we're trying to find some of these respawn beacons. There's only one, I think, on the east-hand side. I don't know if it's still in the zone or not, but BOMBA here with Yon Kishi, who has had a phenomenal game in this final one of Europe. As again, they're just kind of buying their time. They do have level 8, so they are a little bit under-leveled compared to BOMBA, which seems to be the case for every team that BOMBA goes up against. And there it is. There's a respawn beacon. They're on top of it right now. They're trying to see if they can get one in, but a lot of noise being made. Expect this rotation to come on through. Yankishi doesn't know. Bad boys are there. It's a beautiful hook. Can they find the stun to pair with it? And somehow able to slingshot him all the way to the other side.
Oh! It's an train! Unreal! Unreal! And Yankishi have picked up Most Wanted as well, but are they going to be able to capitalize on it? Well, the answer's no, because actually they've just revived everybody, so that Most Wanted crown disappears. The game's going to take it off you, brother. Oh, Kappa's spicy marinara. The sauce is dropped into the abyss. Top 4.
That's a tough team to run into as they're trying to rotate through, but ultimately getting that Most Wanted and denying it from any of these other teams that desperately needed it ends up working out in their favor. BOMBA happy to just sit pretty and uncontested. You know they're going to be a little bit hesitant until they find a play breaking out. Again, Bad Boys are going to try to rotate, but it's right to where Bombas are. They know this is not a safe spot. So back into the fight they go. Yankishi seeing if they can find one as well. In the middle of 3, not where you want to be unless you collapse on 1. Difficult for this Kingpin. Gonna get dropped down. And Cookies, the last remaining, picks up the Most Wanted. But into yet another team. It's Pumpers on the outside trying to force him into the zone. They don't even need to. The execution damage is there. And another team eliminated.
Not quite, you would think. But one of the Bad Boys has survived, and they are somewhere north. And now Yankishi going up against Pumpers, and they're biting it. It's 3v3 though. Lower health bars for that strike. Hot Biscuit trying to buy some space. Up goes the dual ultimate into Hot Biscuit. Seems to deflect off the armor, it feels like. The Kingpin in the back eating some berries, hoping for the best. Zeph goes into 2. And it looks like Yankishi might not have to sustain here, or do they? Kage picks up 1, but Kage bites the dust soon after. Double kill from Blix, and Chipsa finishes the job.
Great play on the back end. Again, those tanks, absolutely crucial. The front line doing everything in their power. Immediate engagement causes disruption. The team disperses, gets a stun to sustain it a little bit. And that poke damage that was absolutely lethal now becomes negated. They pick up the pieces. Clean play on the back end there. It's a phenomenal job by Pumpers. You see why they're still in the fight. And for a team that is in that top 5 with a lot of their competition in their way being eliminated, excellent place to be.
With every team that has dropped Bomba Edge one step closer to 3 game wins out of 6. I don't know about you at home. I'd call that a dominant performance. It is simply them against Pumpers, and also Ezib is here too, I guess. The lone representative for the Bad Boys needs a crown, but that crown is currently nestled in the Storm, will become available, but he's got to rotate through 2 teams, one with Vive Soul. Chonka Cannon's out. Watch out for Ezib. And Retri, wow, they got a Deathbox revive. What a hook. That is the Aiden BY difference. Forces out the Celeste, buys a little bit of time, but doesn't buy them the escape. Pumpers down to 3.
Still plenty of time. You see Chips pick up that Most Wanted. They're just going to try to disengage altogether. But you see Bad Boys as well. They know they're pushing up to the top. They're actually going to meet him. Aluna in the front. This could be threatening. And it is. That is massive. Aluna on Aluna action, and it is going to be in favor of Pumpers.
They got the opportunity to steal away the Most Wanted. Conversely, they also have the chance to eat it to the Most Wanted. And here's Bomba yet again. I think this was a poor call from the Bad Boys, but they do have stealth. They got those ghillie suits on, and they're going to shadow Pumpers, although, unfortunately, Retri has kind of given themselves away. Gugu Saya still stealthed and watching Breathe. Chips is there to be taken, and they're going to launch in now a little too little too late. The turnaround from Pumpers means this 4v4. Bomber Squad, big ult. It's Nizer on hand yet again, splitting another team into 2 pieces. They're going to the restaurant and they're ordering everything on the menu, and they're going to get the most expensive things on this particular prizing menu because they're going to get the first place. They're going to get the Intel CPUs. It's only going to delay the inevitable for these 2 guys as they float around and try and avoid Nizer and crew. Sinoid on half health, Blix on half health. Blix is sent it to the ground, and this Aluna dashes away, but not for too much longer. Bomber Squad, your winners in EU.